All right, let's see here. All right, all right, all right. We are good to go. If you could bring up the slides. Sharman, I need you to tell Dr. X to get here. I don't know how you're gonna do that, but hit him up and tell him he need to be here.
My video working?
I don't see you up there.
I don't know.
That's okay.
All right.
You got the slides up, Renetta?
Are you able to see them?
Yes, we're able to see him.
Okay. There's not a black box covering it or anything, is there?
Nope, it's good to go.
Okay, perfect. Sorry, just checking to make sure the volume is all set.
Outstanding. Outstanding. That video was brought to you by JTF 214. The guys that are presenting today did that video for us. So thank you so much. I love it every time I see it. So my name is Donnell Johns. I'm a retired Command Sergeant Major, and I'm the founder of Veterans Growing America. Our mission is we provide a forum for veteran and military spouse entrepreneurs to showcase and grow their business. We're the only and the first organization out there that provides an avenue that puts our veterans in front of customers. Every veteran that does business with us, we get them in front of customers and we show them as leaders, as entrepreneurs, as heroes. And so I'm glad you guys are here. You are my heroes. You guys inspire me on a daily basis to continue to do what I do, just to promote the faces of individuals that serve this great country. So thank you for being here. Thank you for your service and thank you for everything that you do. And our tagline is, first we defend it and now we're growing America. Isn't that cool? It is so cool. In fact, you know who came up with that? This lady right here, Miss Nancy Jean Louis. She's the president and CEO, the president of the Potomac Liberty chapter of AUSA. She's my friend, she's my mentor, and just a great individual. She's also a retired Army officer and a powerhouse in this space. So Nancy, the floor is yours. You're on mute, Nancy.
Okay, here I am. Thanks, Danielle. I'm so humbled by all this praise. You are doing outstanding thing in the veterans community. You're providing a space, you're providing a forum, and more importantly, you're providing a voice to the veterans that are, after defending this country, are willing to build it and make it grow. And so thank you to all of you for being here. I'm the president of the Association of the United States Army Potomac Liberty chapter. Our chapter is in Northern Virginia. We extend from Alexandria down to now AP Hill, all the way to Shenandoah Valley, into West Virginia. We have a pretty significant footprint. We're the third largest chapter in AUSA. AUSA has 122 chapters across the country. So if you are joining us from anywhere, Texas, Florida, Washington State, there is an AUSA chapter out there that can help you connect with other businesses, other veterans that are doing great things for America. And this event tonight is about networking. And if you want to have a great space to network, you find your Association of the United States Army chapter and you join it and you support each other. You support soldiers, they support you, and you grow your business. I don't want to keep talking too much tonight because this message that's coming to you about networking is so incredibly important. I'm going to cede the mic to our host for the night. Thank you for having me, Donnell, and thank you all for being here.
Thank you so much, Nancy. And thanks for the Potomac Liberty chapter being a part of this event. Now, without further ado, we have Mr. James Phelps. And so James Phelps is a retired field grade officer. He's a Ranger. He works directly in operations and training, and he's dealt with over 400 to 600 people. And Mr. Marty Martinez is a special operations airborne Ranger, a field grade officer, and works with a bigger strategic planning and dealt with over 130,000 people in multiple countries. These individuals are also members of Veterans Growing America. So they're official members of the Veterans Growing America community, as well as friends of mine and partners with Veterans Growing America. They do a lot of great work in this space. And one of the great things that they do is, training. And training is important to the success of any individual. And with the training tonight,
you actually have a gender identity of being neither male or female. What the fuck does that mean?
hold on, mute your microphone because we can hear you, Greg. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to James and Marty to give us our training for this evening.
All right. Am I controlling the slides? Are y'all going to control the slides?
We'll control the slides.
All righty. Okay. Well, whoa, let's get ready to scale. Actually, we're going to get ready to network. And I'm excited. I know it's the end of the day, and I'm going to apologize in advance because I got two rugrats down here because, and there he is right on cue. Mom's doing war college, so she's upstairs. I'm an Army spouse now. So you may hear an entry and a cameo appearance from my two rugrats. So, but today we're talking about power networking, shut the fear up, get out of your head and into the world. And the reason we called it that is because for the last 2 years, we've been behind these little things here and we forgot about how to network. And James and I, we're getting back into this, and it's how do you talk to people? How do you establish your value when you walk up to somebody? So that's what we wanted to take an opportunity and share this with you. And the reason we're doing this is because James and I are Story Brand certified guides, and our entire business, Joint Task Force T14, is about telling stories. And we want to help you craft your epic story. James, any opening comments before we go hot?
No, I say we go ahead and get into this thing. We're on limited time with mini me's around.
I know. All right. So I know Donnell says it all the time when we're at Bunker Labs and we're doing our things, but it cannot be overstated. Your network is your net worth. Okay. Your network is your net worth. And so you got to grow it. Now, here's the thing is we're coming out of this COVID thing and we're taking these masks off. We're coming back to physical environments. We're having to figure out, okay, wait a minute. How do I start again? How do I just randomly walk up to somebody, talk about my business, my podcast, and without being creepy? about being awkward. And so one of the ways that we found out is a lot non-threatening is we say, I'm okay, thank you. We say, well, where are you from? And when we say, where are you from? That allows people, it's non-threatening. It's non-threatening. And people will talk about where they're from. And when you ask that, you say, Donnell, where are you from, Donnell? And Donnell will say, I'm from
San Francisco.
San Francisco. Bro, that's so cool. Is that where you're at right now? I mean, but you're in DC now. So how'd that happen?
You know, I joined the military and it brought me all over the world, but I ended my assignment in the DC metro area.
That is so cool. So you're in the military. Okay, so what are you doing now?
Wow. Now I run an organization called Veterans Growing America, where we bring veterans and military spouses together to communicate, to collaborate, and elevate their business.
And that's how you serve your people?
That's how we serve our people.
I love it. So by doing that, by just asking a disarming question about where are you from? Oh, that's really cool. So are you originally from here? Or are you originally from there? Or how did you get there? What brought you here? That brings down the wall and allows you to ask a question. And then you can ask about the business. And then the next question is, okay, cool. So I brought that down. And now what did they ask me that? How do I respond? And to which we respond with the formula, which is I help. And then who do you help? In other words, who are your people? Who do you serve, right? If you're the pastor, who's your flock? And so who do you help? What result are you trying to help them achieve so that they can and because? And so here's an example of what that is. So James and I, we help entrepreneurs increase their marketing reach and revenue by clarifying their message through the power of story, because everybody deserves to be a successful entrepreneur. So that allows you can now say, oh, I know exactly what these guys do. I'm their niche and I can help them. I want to continue a conversation with them or not. And the key is being able to enter into a conversation that's already occurring in someone's mind. Bye. So that's the first part. So any questions on the first slide here? All right, so then let's get to the next slide. So the elevator pitch. And I know we talk about elevator pitches all the time. And elevator pitches are kind of like armpits. Everyone has them and a lot of them stink. So if you want to get a good one, start off with the problem and not your problem, because I don't care about your problem. I care about my problem because we're all a little selfish. And Maslow's hierarchy of needs tells me you need to help me survive and thrive. So start off with my problem and then help me solve my problem. So close the story loop. And then what's going to be the result? So if you can do that, then you have true success. And so bear with me as I go back to my notes. So what we do is James and I, we like to say, so if Donnell asks us, hey, what do you guys do? Well, you know how most businesses lack the time and expertise to build marketing that gets results? We stated the problem. Yeah. Well, at Joint Task Force 214, we built comprehensive marketing solutions to increase reach and revenue. So we've solved the problem. And then what is the result? Marketing that allows you to stand out from the competition and get leads that turn into customers. So now we've closed the story loop and allowed you to get the results. So that's an example of an elevator pitch. We also call that in StoryBrand a one-liner. So what are your questions on that, James? You might have to take over, buddy. I'm getting over.
Got it. So, this is real life here that's happening right now, right? You've all been here at the house. How many of you have littles? I have them, and they're perfect when it comes to right when it's time to hit the record button. That's the way it works here at my house too. But just remember the real goal of the elevator pitch. What is the goal of the elevator pitch, right? The goal of the elevator pitch is to capture the audience or the person you're speaking with, their attention. You got to build that curiosity. You got to pique their curiosity so that, they want to learn more about you. I kind of relate everything, I get a different spin than Marty does. Marty's the one that can articulate words and all that. I was kind of the guy that just like me, I'm like a caveman, me like this. So I go talk to that person, right? So I think back to when I was in high school and I'm like, think about that when it comes to relationship, because there's 3 parts of a relationship, right? You got to build the curiosity, you got to have you got to enlighten them, and then you ask for the commitment. You can't go straight to the commitment when you're in here doing these elevator pitches. So, like I said, the elevator pitch, it assists you to expand one, or to help you expand your professional network, and it saves time and energy. Because here's the thing. When we're at these events, how many of you all, by show of hands, I know some of you got your cameras off, by show of hands, how many of you all struggle and you're introverted, and when you go to these events, you're like, you just clam up? I'll be honest, how many of you? That's me, believe it or not. There's a reason why I let Marty do 99.9% of the speaking, because I like him to speak, because I'm the one that likes to sit back in my comfort zone, because I burn more calories when I'm in a networking event. When I leave a networking event, I am totally spent. How many of y'all went to a networking event? Remember back 2019, you went to a networking event, you came home and you just crashed. How many of you did that? That's how I was, right? So, Marty said this on the first slide, you got to shut your fear up. So for me, what I do is I got to have some type of article of clothing, something that puts me in my comfort zone, right? So for me, it just happens to be camouflage, BDU camouflage. So wherever I speak, whenever I talk, I got to have something on that makes me more comfortable and puts me in a good position where I can actually feel comfortable. You got to remember, a lot of this is emotional, and I'm a Pisces. So you know what a Pisces is, but we're very emotional, right? So I'm the one that cries during movies and all that stuff. But back to the elevator pitch. Marty's already talked about the problem. The key to the elevator pitch is to start off by clearly stating the problem or pain point that your clients face. Additionally, make sure it is a problem people will feel. I just told you I was a Pisces. If I don't feel your problem within the first 8 to 10 seconds of speaking with you, what happens to my attention and my attention span listening to you? What do? I shut down. I turn off, right? Because here's the thing. We're all primates. What are we wired to do? Survive and thrive. If you can't help me, then guess what? I don't really care about you, right? Is that too honest? Or is that the truth? Isn't that how most people that you're dealing with in the room, that's how they're thinking? Marty, we talked about some trade secrets. If you ever seen, I'm going to give you an insight. This is just for veterans growing America. You're the only one who's going to know this secret. But when it comes to business cards, watch Marty. If he puts it in his left pocket, you're going in the trash when he goes home. When he goes in the right pocket, he gonna put you in his CRM. But anyway, back to the problem. First thing you got to do is state the problem. So go in with a plan, state the problem, the pain point that your clients are facing. For us here at Joint Task Force 214, ours is most businesses lack the time and experience to build marketing that gets results. That's the problem, right? So what do we got to do next? We got to solve that problem, right? So we state the solution to the problem. This can be as simple as stating the name of your business. Some of your all's product, hopefully, if you're really intelligent, you position the name of your product to solve the problem already. So there's no burning of calories during the conversation already. But then the next step to solve the problem, you got to close the story loop, because what you're doing is you're inviting these people into the story. I've already told you the 3 parts of a relationship are curiosity, enlightenment, and commitment. You're inviting them into a discussion, and it's just like having a discussion here. How many of you all were on the call when Donnell first got on and we were playing music, right? Do you remember that conversation that we were having there, that banter that we were giving back and forth? That's exactly how you should be speaking when you go in the room. Because I don't know about you, but how many of you all have been intimidated when you walk in a room? Right? You walk in the room and you feel like, I don't belong in this room. Well, you know what? Yes, you do. You do belong in that room. And guess who taught me that? Guess who taught me that, Sergeant Major? I told you I wasn't going to call you Sergeant Major, but guess, no, Sergeant Major, guess who taught me how to enter a room and get what I need? This guy right here, right? Marty. I don't know if he can talk or not, but we went to DC, right? Is that where we were? DC? And we went to a restaurant, and what happened was there was a door there at the restaurant, and it said, hey, we're not taking any more, we're not taking any more people, we're not taking any reservations. We are fully booked for the whole evening. So being the person that I am, what did I do at the door? I stopped, turned around, and said, I guess we're going to go eat at Subway. Well, guess what Marty did? Marty walked right on in. He said a few words to the receptionist at the desk. Next thing I know, I'm sitting at the best table in the restaurant, the best table with the best view, overlooking the harbor with the big Ferris wheel. It was unreal. But you know how that happened? He invited somebody into his story and took us and led by example, took charge and took me to the best table in there. But the real reason why that happened is he wasn't scared. Marty's never been scared in a room. That's why we work the room together. If you can, and this is a great networking system here, get a battle buddy. You know, we thrive together in battle buddies, right? Have somebody else go with you to a networking event and work the room together. You can have Marty typically is I set the conditions, the breach, and then he comes in and just nails it. That's what he always does. But anyway, back to the problem. Close the loop that you just opened. Talk about your solution to the problem you just stated. For us at Joint Task 214, ours is we build comprehensive marketing solutions to increase your marketing reach and revenue with stories that sell. And then once again, we follow back up with result. You got to follow with what is the result of the solution to the problem that you're solving. The result, you got to explain the positive results of your customer and explain the experience and the feelings they're going to have after you solve their problem. And once you do that, you can clearly explain to your customer what they will feel or how they will feel and what they will get after you solve their problem. Because, Marty says this all the time, the pain is the pitch. We are here to solve problems. If you can solve a problem, you can keep their attention, you will get whatever it is as a goal that you have. Like I said, you got to prepare, you got to plan for this. If your goal and intention is, hey, look, I'm going to get 5 solid contacts at this event, put a number on it. We're going to get 10, we're going to get 20, put a number, go in prepared and go in and get those business cards, get those connections that you want. And, I was joking around, we don't throw away anybody's cards, but we keep every single card because every single card, you never know, they might not be a client at that time, but they might be a client in the future. What did I miss, Marty? Did I miss anything?
No, we're good. I think we're over time. So thank you very much.
I'm sorry, Sergeant Major. I'm at parade rest.
No, that was absolutely phenomenal. I love the kids. Can I borrow them sometimes? That's a great way to get out of a meeting, No, thank you guys for your presentation. It's in need right now because we're about to step in and we're about to go into meeting with one another again. And so we got to be able to really share the value, our value, and solve people's problems, especially when we're in business. So thank you much. Everybody, let's give them a hand. We really appreciate it. How do they get in touch with you guys if they want to learn more, Marty or James?
So our website is JTF214, that's 214.com. And oh, by the way, every month we give free training and you can always check us out. That free training is at go.jtf214.com. This month we just did top 5 things your website needs. And next month for June, we are going to do crafting the perfect sales script. And so check it out every month, free training.
I went to that training on the website. It was a truly an aha moment. And it was simple stuff that you should know, but you don't know it when you're putting your website together. So thank you for that training that happened this month. It was absolutely phenomenal. Something crazy happened to me at that training. I put a piece of candy in my mouth and it pulled out one of my caps, so I had to leave early. but it was, yes, I know. Jared, look, brother, it was tough. Let me tell y'all, when that tooth came out, well, we'll get to that when we get into our breakout rooms. Thank you, James and Marty, for being here. Now, let's get into the ground rules of our networking. So now that you guys learned how to network like superheroes, now that you learned how to solve problems and all of that type of stuff, we're going to break you out into rooms. And these rooms will have about 3 to 4 people in it, so you could actually get to know each other. It's 15 minutes. Y'all think 15 minutes is a long time. 15 minutes will last like 35 seconds. It will last like 35 seconds. So we want to, make sure that you guys get to know each other. So take your turn. The person that's in the room first, take charge. Y'all know how to do it. Y'all be the highest ranking person in the room. Take charge when you get in there, and then make sure that everybody speaks. All right. I don't know what's going on with the screen. It's probably telling me, I think that's Renetta's way of telling me to shut up and put people in breakout rooms. So
I'm in the process of setting up the rooms now. I would never tell you to shut up.
all right. So let's remove that from the screen. Let's bring everybody up on the screen real quick. We got a whole bunch more people in, and I want to get a nice camera shot of everybody that's here right now. Yes, can you turn on your camera real quick and do me a favor? We got some extra people in here. I had to wait till Dr. X got here. If Dr. X is here, we can get the party started. All right, on 3, please turn on your camera if you have your cameras off. Put a big smile on your face and put your hands up like you stole something. All right. On 3, 1, 2, 3. All right. Now, Renetta, oh man, I like that hat. I like that hat, man. I'm gonna give you my address. I'm gonna put it in chat. Whatever. I'll pay for shipping and handling. Just send me the hat. All right. Are we ready for breakout rooms?
Everyone should have already gotten their invite for their breakout rooms.